Okay, so I've come across this idea lately that has really found its way into like the depths of my brain, and I really think that's a really important one. Where normally, I think this would be uncomfortable for a lot of people. I actually think it's really important and worth considering. I believe that what I'm about to say, people maybe just aren't going to want to follow through in understanding or thinking about it. So basically, the idea is whatever it is you're doing, whatever you think is a problem, whatever it is that you're solving, usually doesn't care, or nobody cares. Usually doesn't matter as much as you think. So why would I say something like this with such conviction and talking about it in such a great way, like, oh, this is good, nobody cares? Well, the way that I'm thinking about it now is this idea of keeping in mind that nobody cares about anything you do can elevate what you do, right? So if you are realistic in what your problems are and you have this belief system that crushes limiting beliefs that says like nobody cares, like a lot, you'll hear this a lot where somebody says, oh, well, I could never, right? And I've talked about this before, but like if you've ever given somebody advice, they go, well, I can't do that. There's no way I can do this. So this idea where you say nobody cares, I can do better, you're realistic about what your position is, can help you turn that into something that can move you forwards. So if you're realistic with what you're good at, if you have skills, if you don't have skills, let's just say making money. If you're like, well, I'm going to make this offer up. Oh, I'm going to do this thing, but I'm having a hard time selling it. How do I find a better offer? How do I find my niche? All this crap. It's like, maybe you're just not good at anything. And maybe your niche is garbage and nobody cares. And if you took that and instead of saying, oh, well, I have to figure out how to sell. Oh, I have to figure out this. All these limiting beliefs get shattered because then you go, oh, I guess I just got to be better. And then you go, okay, fine. What can I get good at? And then you spend that time. You could spend a month getting good at something enough to sell it. You could figure out how to use a software, sell it for $20. Oh, how to use Procreate, $10, $15. Great. This is all up to you understanding that nobody cares. You just have to be realistic about everything. Now, this may seem very convoluted. I'm not sure if I'm rambling or if I'm actually hitting the points very succinctly. But the idea and the magic is being very realistic about where you stand. If you want to make more money, especially online, you have to really know what you're good at and what people want. And then, number one, of course, is being good at sales, knowing how to transfer that value that you have into money right away. Now, I get it. There's a lot of questions that can come up like, oh, I'm not sure. What am I going to do? What am I not good at anything? Oh, I'm not going to deal with that. Let me just try to figure out another YouTube video to watch. Instead, say, well, nobody cares about anything I do. Nobody's going to give me money. What am I good at? And if you can't really realistically just say, oh, it's this and people will pay money for it, then get good at something. Now, when you have something of value, then the fear comes in, the limiting beliefs. Thinking, oh, well, I can't charge for that. Oh, I don't want to be sleazy sales or something. Nobody gives a shit. Now, a buddy of mine, Greg Boswell, he just shaved off his beard, and he talked about this just the other day. He's like, nobody cares. When he walked in to places, like, people didn't care too much. I saw some other video, another guy shaved off his hair. He had long hair and he shaved off, and he was just like, yeah. He's like, I went to the cashier and he's like, in my mind, he's like, oh, look, I look so weird. But she's never seen him before. She doesn't know long hair. For all she knows, he's always had a buzz cut. And she didn't care whatsoever because she doesn't know anybody, doesn't know anything. He's just a guy that passed through the line, didn't give one fuck about. So it goes back to when you're making money online, just stop caring. If you want to get better and do something, just be real. That's it. Cheers.